Okay, comparison. Let's talk about it. I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with the quotes, comparison is the thief of joy. It's all over Pinterest, it's all over TikTok, inspirational videos, etc. But I'm gonna tell you, most people think comparison hurts because it makes you insecure or it stops you from loving yourself. But that's not the case. That's not it, because what it is, it's not stealing your happiness. It's fogging the window of your own clarity. It makes it hard to see what you've actually been doing for yourself, what you've actually built, and who you are even outside of everyone else's story. It fogs up the window of your own clarity. It's not stealing your happiness, like I said. That's what people don't realize. And to go along with this, I want you to keep note that there are two different ways to go about comparison. It can bring you up or it can bring you down. And here is exactly what I mean. So before I go any further, here's a picture of me from a year and a half ago, from today. Do you think comparison brought me up here or brought me down to get to this specific picture of this point, if that makes sense? Think about it. Do you see insecurity? Is there something pinpointing to something wrong? Is it something like, oh, she's in her best part of her life, she's so happy? What do you think? Do you want to know the story? Because it's definitely brought me down. If you got that correct, points to you. Now here's the story. So what led me to that photo? Why I was going downwards on the comparison part of it. And this is the negativity sense. So I was with my ex-boyfriend, dating at the time, of course, and I was comparing myself to the girls he would look at while he was dating me. I know, red flag entirely. But I was getting hurt by the fact that he wasn't even paying attention to me in the way that he was paying attention to these other girls. So what did I do? I became them. I changed myself to be them, to the point he recognized it and literally told me, get a bigger ass. If you want me to look at you, get a bigger ass. So what I do, I had to glute exercises. Every single morning before school, I did glute exercises to get my ass bigger just so he could look at my butt. I started wearing tight clothing because that's what he liked. I even bought, crazy to the point, I even bought a push-up bra because my boobs are small. And the girls that he was looking at, theirs are more bigger than mine. And nothing's wrong with that at all. But it's like, I was like comparing myself to that so bad. I got a fucking push-up bra just for him to look at me. And definitely I learned it. I learned not to go through that. But, oh my gosh. I don't want this to happen to anyone else out there. Whether you're comparing yourself to someone who's just on the internet, they have no idea who about, or if it's someone that you actually know and you just compare yourself that you want to become that person. And oh my god, just for him to look at me, oh my gosh, that just makes me feel so sad for myself. But the truth is, yes, it brought me down, but it also brought me up. It made me realize, this is not who I want to be. Do I want to dress this way? No. Do I care about his attention anymore? No. Because I wasn't even getting it in the first place. And I literally lost clarity on who I was because I was so focused. He was fogging my window on who I even was. And I gave into that. I let him blur my vision on myself. He didn't even have to ask me to do that. He didn't have to tell me. I just did it automatically. And that was a huge form of manipulation. I could go on about in a whole other video, but I'm not going to because that's not the point. But it's like, oh my gosh, you can see how negative going downhill on comparison can be. But like I said, it brought me up. So the question is, how do we stop comparison from fogging our window of our own clarity? First things first, you need to see it as a mirror. A mirror in logistics, a mirror doesn't sit above you unless you're short from it, I don't know, but it's like, it doesn't sit far ahead of you. It's right there. when you walk up to it, it's right in front of you. You need to see it like a mirror. And when I mean see it like a mirror, I'm saying bring it to your level, because comparison becomes a reflection of your values, your goals, and most importantly, the person you want to become. Bring it to your level. Get inspired by the person who you're like comparing yourself from, because most people alongside can see it as if they can do it, so can I. Bring it to your level. Start seeing it. Okay, that person is, I don't know, on the beach somewhere in Miami. I can do that too. I can go there. You maybe not have a whole bunch of money to go there or something like that. I don't know your situation. I'm not gonna try to assume that because that's rude. But it's like, you can do that. It just may take some more work and planning to do that, but you can still do that 5 years from now. Even, you can be on that beach in Miami. Now, he was fogging the window on my own clarity. And yes, I did say it brought me up too, because it showed me what I didn't want. I figured that out. I didn't want to dress like that. I didn't want to do glute exercises every morning before school so he can look at my ass. Like, no. It showed me who I wanted to be. It brought back clarity in me, because comparison, when I discovered what I did not want to dress like, who I did not want to attract, comparison lost its power, and comparison turned into clarity. That's how you bring back that's how you bring back clarity. You make the comparison lose its power by giving yourself tools, by using your resources, using your brain to figure out, is this serving me? What is this doing to me that I can learn from? So overall, you can choose to abandon yourself, or you can choose to return to yourself. And returning to yourself, it does not start with confidence. It starts with listening, because comparison did not make me change overnight. It showed up in small choices. It showed up in what I wore, how I carried myself, how I thought, what was acceptable and what was attractive, because I was not dressing for me. I was dressing for permission in that photo. Me, literally a year and a half ago, I was dressing for permission, not for myself. And the truth is, your clarity is your identity. Me at the time, the clothes were not the problem. Yes, it's a form of expression and identity, but the leggings were not the problem. The tight clothes were not the problem. The crop tops weren't the problem. The main thing I should have asked myself that I wasn't doing at the time was, why was I wearing this? I knew deep down inside why I was wearing it. I knew what I was doing, but I didn't ask myself, why was I wearing something that did not feel like me? And when comparison is fogging your clarity, your body becomes a tool for validation instead of expression. And like, a little reframe that I kind of went through was realizing some days honesty can be soft. Some days it looks powerful, some days it looks neutral and simple. Sometimes it even feels almost like a relief. Like, that's how you know you're clearing the fog, when you feel like that. Your little reframe is like grounded, and it's not preachy, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not forced. It's just you being present, just feeling, letting yourself understand, letting yourself just feel in clothing, in makeup, whatever it is. Feel even in your own situation. And by not copying what you see, but by noticing what pulls you away from yourself, comparison becomes information, but not instruction. It shows you where you're outsourcing your worth and where you're abandoning your preferences. So how to overcome comparison? You gotta be honest with yourself. It's literally about becoming honest with yourself. That's how you're gonna get your clarity back. Because the moment you stop dressing, acting, or living for someone else's gaze, the fog clears up, and you can finally see who you are and who you've always been becoming. Now it is my favorite time of the video where we go over the affirmations. So you can repeat after me, you can just listen or just end the video, up to you. But here we go. Okay. I choose clarity over validation. I trust my own values, pace, and expression. Comparison is information, not my identity. I don't need to become someone else to be worthy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.